All right, man, Toy Talk, you know what it is, man. How y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. Happy holidays to everybody. I know you probably went to your family's cookout, your uncle, your brother, your cousin. You know what I mean? Make sure you go over there and get a bottle of cold water for the guy who's cooking on the grill. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go over there, give him a hug. You know what I'm saying? If all the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, if you see the cook and he's single, get a man a fucking kiss. You know what I'm saying? Give him a kiss and say, thank you for making all this great food for us out here. Cause you know, us men be slaving over the grill. I never seen a woman in front of the grill. I'm telling you now, that's a man's thing. All right, man. So look, man, today's episode, Drake fans have turned into Joey Badass fans, and we're gonna talk about this. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about this. So before I get into that, legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, but one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, links is in the description. Cash App, PayPal. No more Cash App, PayPal. They call me no more PayPal, Cash App. They call me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to almost 13,000, 14, 15, 16,000. And yes, I am the king of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Sound like some old school nigga. I'll rap like that. Sound like Bally Ball or something, Belly Bell or whoever. Some old school nigga. Who the prize? Who the fries? Like, nah. Anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to the content. I'm pretty excited today. Like, put me back in the booth, baby. All right, so look, man, let's get it to come work. Marcus O'Rourke Media. Make sure you go subscribe to his page. If he has a way to donate to these channels, man. You know what I'm saying? We work hard out here. Donate, whether it's $1, 50 cents, I don't care what it is. Donate. Even if you donate, you're doing a great job. You ain't got to donate no money, but thank you anyway if you do. Let's go.
Work Media. So all this stuff been going on with Joey Badass and members of the West Coast. Diss track after diss track, back and forth, and it's been quite a ride, right? People got their opinion of who won, who didn't win, what song landed or didn't land, and all that and all that. But what I want to talk about is, are the Drake fans now Joey Badass fans?
So let me guess. You Drake fans are now Joey Badass fans. You know, anyone but Kendrick. So when Joey Badass dropped that album in August, he's dropping it, you know, after the Kendrick Lamar tour is over. He whooped some ass. He whooped some ass. His pen game is crazy. He did what he had to do, right? But he still ain't getting the attention from the king of rap, which is Kendrick Lamar right now, whether you like it or not. But you Drake fans are now Joey Badass fans. So if you are fans, like you are real fans, you know what I'm saying? Buy Joey Badass music. Make sure he trends. When that album drop, show him some love like you show Drake. I bet y'all not gonna do that. Then y'all jumping in the field talking about some Kendrick is ducking Kendrick is ducking Joey Badass.
I see somebody say that. Listen, bro. Even Joey Badass know Kendrick ain't ducking him. Joey Badass, he chose the right moment to speak on Kendrick. Even in that song Crash Dummy, he said it. He was there with them and there was no Kendrick. Like, he knows what time it is. Like, this is my thing about all these years, right? When Kendrick Lamar was wherever he was at, doing whatever he was doing, you ain't never seen Joey Badass say anything about Kendrick. You ain't never seen it. And when people say he said too much West Coast dick licking, bro, we know what he was talking about, who he was talking about. But the point I'm making is like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? So we really upset at Kendrick because he on top, but you ain't why Joey Badass ain't come at Drake? Why he ain't say too much Canada dick licking? Why he didn't ever come at Drake? You know why? I think people fear Kendrick Lamar lyrically and creatively, but they fear Drake industry wise. They fear, and not even because nobody knew Drake was going to sue, but they fear Drake because they think he can get their radio play, their song not cut or whatever. That's what they fear about Drake. That's why a lot of them don't diss Drake. Some people that do diss Drake, like Pusha T, they already know they solidified. But this dude here, nah. Why you ain't do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
No, he's on tour. Okay, well, Drake responded to Kendrick while he was on tour. Well, look, Google might say that he was in the middle of a tour, but that tour stopped. In the middle of that break or whatever that problem it was, he had time to respond to Kendrick. He was in the studio. Clearly, the man was just dropping and dropping and dropping, right? Like, do we all hear and see the same battle? Kendrick is on tour. Kendrick move however he want to move. I think any rapper who get called out can move how they want to move. Oh, this you on a clock and all that other stuff. Time, get out of here.
Drake ain't really doing too much right now. Kendrick is still on a historic run, especially with the Grand National Tour, selling out stadiums and all. So now with this Joey Badass situation, the rhetoric and the narratives coming through social media feels like Drake fans need something to talk about and go against the West Coast and Kendrick, and now they're using this Joey Badass situation to do it. So like my guy said, if you really a Joey Badass fans, aka Drake fan, are you gonna buy Joey's new album? Are you gonna make sure he streams? Are you gonna make sure he charts? Are you gonna get some merch? Are you gonna go to a concert? Let me answer that for you. No.
I believe that's Ray Vaughn right there. It's Ray Vaughn, right? Yeah, I think that's Ray Vaughn. I don't think that's Joey Badass. That is Ray Vaughn.
When they are ready to respond, they're gonna respond. It is what it is. DJ Academic said that he's not covering the hip hop stuff that's going on between Joey Badass and the West Coast until Kendrick respond. He even posted, yo, Kendrick Lamar didn't respond to Joey Badass yet? Nigga, you're not important in this. You said that Kendrick Lamar ruined hip hop. So now you're calling his name out because it's getting dry over there. It's getting dry over there. The only thing you got, that Diddy case, that shit is boring. To me it is. Anything dealing with music industry cases, I'm out of it. If y'all like it, cool. It's boring to me.
I understand exactly what you're saying. But if you are a journalist, you do have to kind of cover these things. If you are a commentator, you really don't. So I commentate. Sometimes I'll cover it. I'll cover it sometimes, but not all the time. I don't cover only the interesting things. To me, Cassie testimony was interesting, and also to Kid Cudi testimony was interesting. And other than that, I really don't care for the whole case. You know what I'm saying? But as far as what he's saying about Kendrick being on tour and Drake being on tour, Drake was on tour, but then Drake stopped, and I felt like Drake, they started it with first person shooter. Kendrick responded. That would have ended right there if Drake never responded. But Drake went out his way to go after Kendrick. And then he got bodied. And people think that this is going to happen to Kendrick. They waiting for that.
I want to hear the rappers rap. There's literally was a Joey Badass versus the West Coast. People was dropping diss tracks and stuff, like 7 of them. 7 of them in one day. For the last 3, about to be 4 days, they was just rapping, dropping tracks and rapping, having a blast. So Academics is not a real hip hop head because you would have been on that. So you're not important. DJ Academics is not important. His chat is not important to hip hop.
That's exactly what I said about it, and I got an episode coming up. That's exactly what I said about Rory. Rory literally didn't know what tracks came out. He was just like, oh, Daylight dropped a dud. It's like Daylight dropped like 7 tracks, dog. What are you talking about? Like, again, a lot of these dudes, y'all listen to these dudes, but these dudes are only there for a check. They cover minimum things. They don't cover the whole thing. They have became mainstream YouTubers. That's what they are. The mainstream YouTubers. I'm going to put that on my shirt. The mainstream YouTubers are the ones out here like Academics, Rory and Maul, Joe Buttons, a bunch of them. They're the mainstream YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people like Marcus at Work Media, myself, DeVille, Jalopy. We're not mainstream. Big Kiss. We're not mainstream YouTubers. We're just commentators who talk about everything. Everything. These dudes are mainstream YouTubers. They're like watching Fox or MSNBC. You know what I'm saying?
For those that paid attention to, the Joey Badass versus the West Coast, who y'all think that won?
Y'all just want something negative to be said about Dot. That's my take on it. This whole narrative that Dot is on the clock, he didn't respond to Joey Badass, he's ducking Joey Badass. Joey Badass wish he can sell out a mom and pop venue in his local city. Joey Badass wish he could sell out a local karaoke bar when he performs, okay? Kendrick is busy doing stadiums every other fucking day, okay? So if Dot choose to respond, you better believe it will be on his own time. It will not be rushed by a Joey Badass or anybody else that got something to say. The man is collecting M's every tour date. So Dot is gonna focus on.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all seen that, but so far he made over $80 million. Over 80 million. He's gonna break Drake's record because I think they said It's All a Blur tour was like 300 million. He's gonna break that record and then some. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta realize that Drake tickets are way more expensive than Kendrick, and he was in a smaller venue, so his tickets probably like $300-400. Kendrick tickets is not that expensive. And I don't think Kendrick really cares about breaking Drake's record, by the way. But yeah, all this hate is crazy.
His bag right now and focus on giving the people a flawless concert experience as he intends. And Joey Badass will have to wait his turn. I understand Joey is not getting the attention from Dot as he would like, but just like a side chick, you're gonna have to wait your turn, unfortunately. So the fact that DJ Academics said that he will not cover the Joey Badass back and forth between Daylight, Rayvon, and all these other guys until Kendrick responds. What does that say about you covering hip hop? You know, Dot is hip hop right now. He is the talking point of hip hop right now. And you know, you're not going to get any traction with views with just the current people that's involved, including a Joey Badass, right? So my guess is you're saying this because it's not going to trend. And you're saying this to try to throw shade at Dot for not responding, but it's just a ploy for you to increase viewership on your channels. Because as he said, what else you got to cover over there? And also, you're not important to hip hop, so nobody really gives a fuck anyway. Your opinion is really one that is unwanted. We clip you in videos because you are the talking point, unfortunately, that people can't believe that you have anything to say, mostly stupid shit, but we don't fuck with you, just FYI. So with that said, what do you make of this? Do you feel like the Drake fans is grouping up with one or two Joey Badass fans trying to create an legion of fans to try to counteract all of the energy and progress that Dot is exhibiting right now?
He's absolutely right. That's exactly what they're doing. They're teaming up. They're like the OVO Avengers out there. You know what I'm saying? Now the OVO Avengers and the Badass Avengers, they all teaming together. the OVO badasses. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, if you ask me. But either way, man, it's just so much running through my head when it comes to this whole thing. And I got this whole thing coming up. I'm gonna do this whole New York bias thing because we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. But yeah, enjoy your holiday, man. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm out of here.